to make
Atrioc.
fun of him for being such a fucking cringe lord.
Did you guys? I don't know. Did you guys see the Atrioc thing? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, have you? If you've been on Twitter, you've probably
I
seen
don't blame
it.
you guys for not knowing about the Atrioc thing, but essentially, fair enough.
Valid.
This guy who's a streamer, he is fairly prominent these days, as far as I can tell.
Yes,
Like,
I have no idea what he actually did.
So he is a marketing guy. He actually runs, would you believe, a marketing company for streamers.
Yeah. He also used to work for Twitch. He also used to work for
Nvidia. I'm pretty
Nvidia.
sure. And so he averages 5,500 views. He is
Viewers,
sorry,
concurrently.
Yeah, concurrent viewers. So if you go to his stream, he'll be streaming to like 5,500 people on average. It's pretty fucking good.
It's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. Like you're talking about, that's like, you know, you keep that up, you're going to be a millionaire. Don't worry about it. And he's already like, you know, quite like an affluent sort of guy anyway. So he's just living the life, right? He is dating he is friends with Ludwig and QT Cinderella, who are a couple.
So yeah, Ludwig and him are like really close.
They're good chumps.
Which is obviously a really good way of making your stream popular, is being friends with one of the most famous streamers going.
And so one day, Atrioc is streaming, the other day, I should mention.
Yes.
And he alt-tabs on his stream. So Ludwig is a YouTube streamer. He's very popular. Cutie Cinderella, I'm pretty sure she's still on Twitch, but she is Ludwig's girlfriend, but also a streamer in her own right also. She also does the her own version of the Streamer Awards, which, you know... I'm pretty sure Ludwig won last time, which is quite funny.
Hey, Fred! Congratulations, you won the Frem Awards.
Oh, thank you! Oh, wow, I can't believe I won the completely impartial Frem Awards. So, yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, it's funny, yeah.
And so,
That's not the point.
That's not the point. So, Atrioc, good friends with Ludwig, good friends with QT Cinderella, good friends with a bunch of streamers, runs a streamer agency where he... looks like gets streamers deals and like he's like in charge of their stream kind of a little bit. Got married recently. QT Cinderella actually made him his wedding cake.
Baked his wedding cake. I wonder if I can find it. It looked really good.
She's actually...
She really slayed that cake.
No, she's got talent, man. Dax Hound with the 54 months. Thank you very much.
Woo!
I don't know why the sub keeps making the lights behind us go white, but I'm glad it's not blinding either of us.
Shit's getting confusing, but we'll go with it. Okay, that's not working. Okay, there's a YouTube video, so they let me make their wedding cake. Oh, this is sad. So if you want evidence of friendship, it is here. Here is a video entitled "So They Let Me Make Their Wedding Cake," and he's got a great rack.
Nice pair.
There's QT Cinderella.
There's wife.
There's wife.
Wife of...
I actually can't tell these two apart. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Not him. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. Right, excellent. He's gone. He's got a cracking rack, and that's probably Atrioc. Back to here. Let me see if I can show you the cake at the end. Let's see if we can get a finale picture of the cake.
She's really good at making cakes.
Wait, you've got a picture of the cake.
It's not. I don't think this is the cake, but this is
This is one of her cakes.
Well, she posted like, some of y'all didn't know I used to make cakes. Well, here's some of my favorites. So she made this. She made this. I mean, that's beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, these are great cakes.
Dude, that one with the little topper, I definitely just want to pick the top off. Not that one. No, the next one. Look how little it is, but it's perfect. It's like hand-sized.
And like,
damn.
That's very much like the cake that we bought for our wedding, and that was like a lit cake. You know what I mean? So you know, but props to QT Cinderella. She got talent. You know what I mean?
Full-on cake talent.
And so Atrioc is streaming, and he alt-tabs. But the thing is, when you alt-tab, you can see everything, right?
Yeah.
It's not a cake, but...
Woo! Thank you.
So yeah, you can see the windows, and he's got a lot of windows open, but one of them has some not so good images.
Dare we say some not safe for workplace images?
Yes.
Now that's already not great because you're at work. And you probably don't want to be displaying
on your
porn.
work PC,
Yes.
no less.
Yes.
The problem is that it was actually like pictures of other streamers.
Yeah. No, I was going to make a joke and be like, do y'all not have phones? Do you remember when he did that announcement? But essentially, what are you doing? Anyway, so yes, these are images.
I think streamers have made very very public comments about they have their relaxation laptop, which has not logged into anything, And it's their laptop that they go on, and
It's the Fap Top.
it's the Fap Top.
And I respect your rights to the Fap Top. Now,
Mine is right here.
just kidding. But
Look, chat, if you're a streamer, you got to have a Fap Top, all right?
Yeah.
The last thing you want is to go to a website that begins with X and start sweating when you have to type it into the address bar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the last thing you want.
At the end of the day, keep your workspace professional. Now, that being said, if it was just a case of he showed some porn,
Shrug.
whatever. People do stuff. I
Look,
mean,
it's embarrassing.
Dark Side Phil's tossed off how many times on stream now?
Hundreds.
Just literally, you can't start that man like, chat, are you there? Oh, God. So, like, usually that would not make the
my boy's
news.
got a kink, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a fetish at that point. But so yeah, it's not like people have like shown porn. Everyone watches porn. I watch porn. You watch porn. You watch porn. Chat.
No.
Everyone do the porn. But he was looking at, and I'm gonna be frank right now. He was looking at deepfakes of streamers, women on Twitch, popular. And it was a website. People found out that you can't access unless you pay for it with your card. And it also has pictures of loads of women on it, including people he is close friends with.
So not only is he watching deepfakes and looking at deepfakes of women who did not consent to be in this content and didn't make the content, so it's not even, it's still awful if it's content that like you made and did not want to be shared, and there's laws against revenge porn, but this is a whole other thing where someone has literally taken your likeness, attached it to some porn star or something to make it look like you're doing these things, and then sold it for profit. So he literally alt tabs, and there are pictures or videos, I don't know exactly what it was because I've only seen it blurred out, of like NSFW pictures of women that he works with and that he is friends with open on his computer. As an ex-Twitch staff member, as a person who worked for Nvidia, as somebody who's still trying to run businesses. Oh my God, this thing is back in my hair. Fred, help! It's back. Crummies. Okay, we've recovered.
Yeah. So
obviously,
if only he had a relaxation laptop. That's what I'm talking about, right? You've got enough money. You've got all the expenses. Why? Have another fucking gaming setup next door. You know what I mean? Have a.
Obviously, it would have been bad for him regardless to have that, like have porn or something shown. Even if it was like, let's say it's a woman who streams his OnlyFans, right? That would have been awkward. But it would have been consensual. She said, pay the money and you get to see the stuff. You paid the money, you get to see the stuff. Now, what's worth bearing in mind is that none of this is consensual.
No.
None of these women said they wanted to be in this content.
No.
Some fucking pervert has literally made it, sold it for profit, and this man who doesn't, he's not just like in the industry. Like, I would never want to do that to somebody full stop, let alone somebody who is in my circle, right? Like, I don't know any of the women involved personally. I met Pokimane once briefly.
Yeah.
But the last thing I would want is to like put money in the pocket of somebody who's literally making like predatory and illegal content of someone. But he knows these women. He is like friends with them.
It's
One of the
rough,
women
bro.
on that site literally made his wedding cake.
It's rough, dude. I watched Sweet Anita and she was not happy.
No.
Sweet Anita literally said that she turned down millions of pounds, dollars, whatever, because she didn't want to do sex work, because she didn't want to have an OnlyFans. And she's popular enough that she probably would like get quite a lot of subscribers and make a lot of money. And it's one of those things where it's like, now against her will, she is now, and then also like, what people aren't talking about, which is kind of like also true, is that now that now Cutie Cinderella has tweeted out saying, Jesus Christ, the amount of body dysmorphia I'm getting now, because I've seen myself in a way that I don't look.
Yeah.
And
I've seen my face on someone else's body, and obviously these people aren't thinking about how it would make you feel. They're just picking out the body they think is like the fittest or whatever fits your skin tone or something.
And in my opinion, the non-consensuality of it is actually part of the fucking kink for a lot of these guys. Like people who look at that sort of content, I don't look at that sort of content, chat. I watch quite benign porn, actually. I watch quite just regular boring shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a very spicy individual. But it's one of those things where, like, I think that for a lot of these guys who like that content, like, the idea that it is, like, not consensual is actually part of why they like it so much.
What the fuck is going on with my head?
What was that sound?
I don't know. It sounds like a fucking train is trying to crash outside.
Scary first! What if this,
this sub is cursed, and the longer I let it go on, the crazier the world gets? Nah.
I mean, it's 85 months. Wait,
it has been pretty crazy.
Wait.
Yeah, I'm like, what is going on with me, dude?
What's happened?
Just something was in my hair.
Oh, you got loads of crumbs.
Well, 2. I wouldn't put it as loads. And I seem to be relatively crumb-free now. But, I mean, what was it?
But yeah, so basically there's...
No, I think any woman who has been on the internet knows that it's the lack of consent that a lot of guys get off on. You go, hey, do you want to see a nice picture of me? Here's a nice picture. And they're like, ooh, why would you do that?
Well,
But if you like stand up in a way that shows some bra, or if you lean forward, or if you whatever, that will be screenshot, shared around. Like, this woman was saying that her friend runs Fansly and OnlyFans, something like that. And she was saying that when she posted like sexy videos of herself and was like, hey, I'm feeling sexy, people would be like, ooh, gross, whatever. And then when she made it seem like there was an accidental flash, she was like, saves, shares, everyone's talking about it, everyone's linking it to people, because it's the minute they think they've got something that they weren't supposed to get, they're all about it.
It's weird, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to be like holier than thou or like trying to do anything like that, like you know, but like I just don't know. Part of me, I don't know. Maybe it's just.
I think at the end of the day, whatever your feelings are, it is all of our responsibilities to keep our kinks moral. That's the reality of it, right?
So gross,
if you want to find a girl who is happy to, you sub to her fan house and she sends you, or fan house, they don't do that stuff. You sub to their Fansly or their OnlyFans or whatever, and they give you the whole, oh, you're not supposed to be seeing this experience. Fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care. But this is the thing, is that when you turn around and you know these women, like, it's not even a hypothetical, oh, well, probably this girl wouldn't like this. This is someone you're straight up friends with, and it's still not good enough to be like, I appreciate that she's a pretty woman or a beautiful woman. No, you've got to go out there and buy this content and then lie about it and go, I was having a wank and I clicked a couple of the wrong links.
Yeah. Which basically says Twitch streamer Atrioc gives tearful apology after paying for deepfakes of female streamers. It's just fucked up, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know any of these people, right? But he's friends with them. That just makes it double fucked up. Popular Twitch streamer Atrioc has apologized after briefly exposing. By the way, having a wife in the background during your teary apology, where your career is on the line, is the bureau de cronge. You know what I mean? He had visited a deepfake website that included inappropriate deepfakes of female streamers, including Pokimane and Maya Higa, which is... The worst part about it was like halfway scrolled down, and he'd like saved it for later. So he had it open, clearly, because he was like, I'm not closing that website, that'll come in handy later. Like, thinking that he's sly or something like that, and then obviously gets caught. So then on January 30th, a clip claiming to expose Atrioc, looking for deepfakes of other streamers, gained traction. In the clip, Atrioc briefly shows his tabs, one of which was allegedly a deepfake website. And people did find the actual website and everything.
Well, that's actually part of the problem as well. Like, I don't want to talk too much about like the impact on the women because it's very sad, and like especially Cutie Cinderella has been really upset by it. But one of the messed up things is that this has been such a huge promotion for that site, which is illegal. That they have been buying these images and then sending them to the girls. So that's what was really upsetting Cutie Cinderella, was she was saying, well, now everyone is talking about this, which I didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
People have been sending it to me.
Right.
Because that's the thing, is it's not enough. It's not enough to fake images of somebody. It's not enough to then buy and enjoy them and be a fucking perv about it. Now you have to let them know.
Yeah.
By the way, I did this to you.
Well, it's part of the power, right?
Yeah,
It's part of the non-consensual power play, is that, hey, just so you know, you didn't want this to happen, and I've seen it, and I'm now going to tell you.
I used to have people do that.
It in your face.
I used to have people do that all the time. Before I started my Fansly, where I was like, I'll just post the stuff I feel comfortable with there. Before I started that, I used to get people who used to send me pictures of them saving pictures of me that I'd posted on Twitter into their
wank folder.
Barnsley, you're right, Dean Barnsley. Sorry, it's because it's part of this conversation. I'm not promoting it. But they would literally be like, "Oh yeah, here's a picture of me. I've right-click saved this into my folder for wanking, and it's called like and it's like up against all this like other porn and hardcore porn and stuff." And I was like, "Okay, cool, great." And people would sometimes even post pictures of,
the act.
The act. It's not even just about look at what I've got. It's also like look what I just did.
Yeah, it's also no one.
People are freaks, mate. Freaks. They're weirdos.
But it's not about them thinking that you want to see it. It's about like thrusting it in your face.
Yeah.
Like,
look what I just did to you. I'm like, you understand that's some pixels.
So then, Atrioc apologized over deepfake controversy. So he says, "This is so embarrassing. Poor him. He's really had it rough, guys." Atrioc said, he explained that he had taken a keen interest in AI and deepfake technology, such as AI art. But I was on a regular website, and there was an ad on every video, and then I clicked it, and then I'm in this rabbit hole. I got morbidly curious, and I clicked something. It's gross, and I'm sorry. It's so embarrassing. Bear in mind, he had to put his payment details in, and you know, on these like small, sketchy, random back of the fucking down some random alleyway websites, you gotta like type. It's not gonna have PayPal support or anything like that. You gotta like be like 442289 all your card details, and it's like I don't know. It just seems like a sketchy. For one, he said Pornhub. There's no AI or deepfake porn on Pornhub. I don't know. It just seems
it's
sketchy
lies
to me.
on lies on lies.
It does feel like he's lying.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Well, what is deepfake? It's like AI, like kind of like porn, I guess. Well, not always porn, but it's like AI. Basically, you know when people like they make their face look like someone else? It's that.
Yeah, it's like facial masking, essentially.
There's no excuse for it. I'm not defending it anyway. I think this whole category of stuff is wrong. And it's just like, dude, like, you got caught. I don't know. Part of me is like, that fucking sucks for these women. I can't believe that he's like done that, and like he's like kind of a scumbag. The other part of my brain is like, dude, you are literally new to streaming, and you've been given the golden goose. You used to work at Twitch, you used to work at Nvidia. You're friends with one of the biggest streamers that in existence right now. You're best friends with them almost. You've got all these contacts. You've got this like stream ready to go. You've got all this like capital and stuff like that to like make your stream big from the beginning, and you just fucking can't stop wanking on your fucking streaming PC. What's
to your
wrong
friends?
with you?
To people who like you're going to meet.
It could have been anything. Literally anything. He could have been watching gay porn. He could have been watching fucking anything.
Yeah.
And it would have been fine. It
yeah,
would have
been embarrassing. Move on.
It would have
could have been any weird fetish. Fine. Whatever. You know? But no. It has to be unconsensual, mostly illegal content. And I said the exact same thing, Mooses. I said it gives real I fell into her vagina energy. Like I fell penis first. This bottle shot up my ass because I sat on it by accident. Yeah, the fact that they are his friends is like, it's just layer on layer on layer of disrespect. Do you know what I mean? Also, I just wanted to show you this because I think it's actually hilarious. The chances of my audio not working are high, but let's cross our fingers. This is the last TikTok he posted before this all went down.
Go on then.
You got a freebie here. Definitely in college, I would have shown my browser history, porn and all, for solid A's free. And it's like, where is it public, you know? Is it on a website called like atriocsbrowserhistory.net or something? Because who's going there? Are my friends and family like checking? I would just say, hey, I made this deal for straight A's. Don't
Sorry
look.
about that audio. I do not think
Hopefully they
that's me.
just wouldn't look. It's an Amber Alert. It's texted to everybody in the fucking... Everyone in the country gets a text alert.
So he did a press the button thing, and it's pass all your classes with solid A's, but you have to have your browser history made public. And then literally the next day this happens. I'm like, you conjured this, you fucking idiot.
Mate,
you absolute smooth brain buffoon. You didn't even get any
serendipity.
solid A's because you failed at the ability to stream.
So yeah, it's really weird, and like
There are some dumb fucking streamers.
I don't know how you can come back from this. I don't know how you
I don't think he should.
No.
Fuck off.
It's one of those things where like you've now burnt a bridge with like with Ludwig and, I mean, maybe not, I don't know. I'm not one to presume that what their situation is. But like you would assume like she's already tweeted out saying fuck Atrioc, you know what I mean? She's getting like DM'd all the time. She didn't even know this existed before. Neither did Sweet Anita. Like this entire situation is how Sweet Anita found out she was on the website, and she tweeted out saying, I literally chose to pass up millions by not going into sex work, and some random Cheeto encrusted porn addict solicits my body without my consent instead. Don't know whether to cry, break stuff, or laugh at this point. And it's a fair reaction, you know what I mean? And like, yeah, then now people are like, there are some people obviously like these fucking like, God, these literal actual like fucking mouth breathers on Twitter being like, oh, it's part of the territory when you're a big millionaire streamer. And it's like, bro, we do not dehumanize people because of their income. Like, don't get me wrong, you can say a lot of stuff about rich people and all that sort of stuff, but you don't dehumanize.
Also, do you think this is only happening to rich people?
No.
Like, their richness is not the reason this happened. People are trying to invoke, oh, privileged rich people, da 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 da. This isn't why it's happening. No one who watches that cares about their bank balance. They're not getting one over on the rich people. They're just predating on somebody that they feel like they should have more access to than they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want to play that clip. I thought it was really sad. And honestly, like, Fred and I generally try and cover things in a slightly lighthearted way. And I want to talk about this, but I don't really want to put, like, somebody crying about their horrible friend being... I don't feel like that needs to be here. We can appreciate that it's a shit thing to go through without like
putting it on display. Yeah.
Like, here's someone crying. Like,
no, it's clearly
she's sad.
Awful,
it's
right?
shit.
Like, it's, for one, you get sexualized all the time anyway as a woman, and on the other, and now you've been sexualized to a high degree against your will with someone's body that isn't even yours, and now you've got to deal with the fact that sort of like you're having dysmorphia because you're like, oh, like they actually like photoshopped me with a better body than what I have.
Or yeah, I mean, even like better by their standards, but like different. I mean? Yeah, I just wanted it to be like there is no like better.
No, it's just air quotes.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Not.
It would, maybe in a way that picks out the things that you've always seen as a flaw in yourself, and then highlighting them by changing them.
Yeah, because I don't know what scars people have and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe she's got like a scar going across the top of her stomach, and I don't know if she does, but like then you see pictures of yourself looking all sexy without a scar, and you're sort of like, dude, now it makes you think about your scar. It's fucked up. The entire thing is really just quite sort of like dehumanizing, and I don't know what's the word, like feel is like violating. You know?
And also, he's in a position of power in like 3 parts of the industry.
And he's like going on about, we always try to make. Dude, his apology was like so full of like.
Yeah.
Like
I actually have a cut down 26-second version of his apology summarized. If we want to see it.
His apology was so like tactical. It made it feel so ingenuine, in my opinion.
Yes, in my opinion, I also agree. I tell you what, we'll listen to. Well, I think we can give him 26 seconds to laugh at him. Also, it's really awful because he has brought his wife along in the background to cry out of focus.
Nice.
Because at the end of the day, like, your relationship is private. Like, obviously your wife is upset. Is this to help me feel worse for you? Like, oh, it's so sad that your wife is also sad. Like, dude, weird.
Honestly, you know like
very much facing himself as the victim.
You know what kind of boils my blood is all the people posting hearts in his chat. So he's got emote only chat, right? Because obviously, Yeah.
And
everyone's posting hearts.
More of this.
Dude.
More of this.
The people posting hearts is like, this situation has no way affected me, but I forgive you. And it's like, no, that's not for you to forgive, you fuck. I don't know. Everyone posting hearts in his chat right now. Scum.
Banned.
Scum.
I mean, I talk about the dangers of stuff all the time. I don't know.
You're on 0.25 speed, by the way.
Oh, why am I going extra fast?
I actually noticed that when I opened clips up earlier, I was also on different speeds. It was weird.
Interesting. Yes, your speeds have gone wrong.
I mean, I talk about the dangers of stuff all the time. I don't know. I saw a fucking ad at 2 a.m. and I clicked it, and I fucking just...
You clicked it, downloaded it, spent money on it. Dude! She looked like she was ready to murder him. Holy fuck. Dude.
Oh, I mean,
daggers, baby. No, I mean, I would feel the same way.
Household income's on the line here. You know what I mean? One would assume anyway. I don't know if she works, but like...
Well, I mean, also, she probably knows... She knows those people as well, and he's gross, and...
If someone's come to your wedding, you know him.
But I just saw that this turn, and I was like, whew. I got the shivers. I'm like, I'm going to get smoked.
There's no excuse.
No.
I really am sorry.
Doesn't matter.
I guess most of all to the people in the community that just feel let down because...
Most of all? The community?
Because you mean a lot to me. I don't know. I mean,
I'm mostly sorry to you, Chad.
Yes.
Because you enable me to live a comfy lifestyle.
Chad, I wish you didn't know these bad things about me that I've tried really hard to hide so that no one would know. In fact, what I've actually done is position myself as the opposite of this. because he was going on about how like he tries to make his stream like a safe place for women and doesn't allow like misogyny in his chat, and then he's doing misogyny and he's like, that's not what you expect, and I'm like, dude.
I just want to apologize for ruining my brand image to you, chat. It really is important to me to appear as someone with... I don't know. It's an entire apology. I'm not going to lie. It's skeezy. I'm scared about this technology coming to VR if it isn't already there. I mean, we are going to have to deal with this in the future, 100%. Like, the technology is only getting easier. We now can, like, clone people's voices. So you're going to have, like, the combination of, like, 3D modeling and also voice. It's a dark... We're heading down a dark direction, and it's going to be stuff that we need to address in the future, and it's probably going to have to be treated a lot like ACP. Like, if you get caught with it, you're fucked. You know what I mean?
Like, how can his wife even be there? If I did something like that, my wife would drop my ass off the airport for deportation. I mean, I will say, like, I appreciate the fact that, like, once you're married, any process takes time, right? Whether or not you're getting divorced, or whether they want to have a separation, or whether she can forgive him. But I don't see why that needs to be brought to our plate or to anyone else's plate. At the end of the day, the women who turn around and say, I'm really hurt by this, that is nothing to do with how the wife feels, their relationship, whatever. At the end of the day, he had responsibility to his wife that's separate to his responsibility to his friends, which is separate from the responsibility to his community, and he fucked all of them.
He's clearly... She's there as... she's forgiven me. And she's on my side. So you guys... what, you know... And it's definitely... It's a chess move, you know what I mean? It's so weird. I don't know why when...
Look, a woman's on my side.
Like, the woman who, you know, would consider this really bad is on... Whatever. It's fucking... It's a... He knows that his, like, career is, like, in jeopardy right now.
Yeah, the one thing I will say is, while I agree, like, it is a bit of a narcissistic move to make such a public apology, I do also think that people will be saying, apologize, 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 and he obviously wants to move past this. He doesn't want to give up the career that he's built.
Such a bad thing to get caught with, that he's probably having a panic. Do you know what I mean? I don't really...
Yeah, he's like, how do we dial this back?
Yeah.
I will say her body language does say that she's not on his side. And I will also say that, as we've seen with that guy from the Try Guys who was cheating on his wife, Ned? Am I wrong?
Yeah,
I'm not going to say names because I don't know a Try Guy from the other. But one of them was cheating on his wife. And she basically was like, we're going to try and work through this publicly. And then it's gradually, seemingly behind the scenes descended. Like, she's taken that she's his wife out of her Instagram bio and some other bits like that. So it does look like they're moving in the direction, or may also already be broken up. But at the end of the day, as I said, I'm not involved in your relationship. Your relationship has nothing to do with this. So in my opinion, like, not going public about whether or not you're breaking up, totally valid. Also, like, taking your time to break up, also valid. You know, marriages are a complex thing, and, you know, they only just did one.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that it was not a UK offence to share pornographic deepfakes without consent. I didn't know that. I would have assumed it was illegal.
But nothing gets made illegal until they go, oh shit, everyone's doing it, and then they're never like preemptive.
100%. Like, it makes sense. Yeah. I just didn't know that.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I do think that we're gonna have to start really, really quickly, very quickly addressing all these AI concerns, because like AI slash you know, algorithms, like advanced algorithms, whatever you want to call them, everyone just uses AI as a catch-all. It's going to start becoming a concern for a lot of things. Like people are now getting kicked out of university for plagiarism, and it's only going to take one person to sue back and like be like, this isn't plagiarism because I didn't copy anyone. You know what I mean? It's an interesting. We're entering into an interesting world, is what I'm saying, and I don't know if the world's going to be able to keep up, because like honestly. I mean, the technology's come out now. In 5 years' time, it's going to be unbelievable. Like the era of green screen might be over because like someone just type in like, I want this, you know, remove the background from the shot. You know what I mean? It's going to be mad, honestly. And yeah. Don't
know how to pause that, but yeah, that sucks. I leave for 2 days. This goes down. Complete insanity.
So I feel really bad.
Grim,
the people who should feel bad for chat are the women who have been affected by this, who have been victimized by this, who have been like violated by this,
who are doing nothing more than trying to be a streamer the same way he is, the same way all these other popular guy streamers are, and they get absolutely fawned over, and these women just get treated like shit all over the place, and you're just supposed to deal with it because you're a woman, and it's shite.
And Atrioc deserves every bit of every bit that's coming to him. He deserves it all, 100%. Like,
I can imagine.
You're responsible for the Pandora's box that you've opened, and also you are a horrible person. Like, this is scumbag behavior. Like, it's really bad. It's really bad.
Yeah,
it's been a rough day at work. I tell you that. Yeah,
it's a shit thing to talk about, and it's a shit thing to like even have to like think about, because we all know it happens. And the thing is, we also know why it happens, and it happens to degrade. Like, at the end of the day, this literally isn't the person they think it is. Do you know what I mean? They know it isn't that person, and yet it's still there being like, oh well, I want to like imagine that I have access to you like this. It's so fucking grim. It's so fucking grim.
And it's
anyway, we can put it behind us, because I feel like we've talked about it. I feel like we couldn't not. There's too much of it going on, and I do also feel like it's important, because I think we are going to see more and more and more of this with creepy little fucking weirdos who never go outside, have no respect for women. And I'm not going to lie as well, the whole fucking manosphere shit literally breathes for this stuff. The more they can run around and be like, women, you suck, by the way, and aren't valuable at all. I can shove your face on whatever I want. I can make you do whatever I want. Like, so grim. And like,
and honestly, it's the only time you'll see people, like guys, being truly upset by this, and guys in mass, by the way, not individual men. Obviously, I'm upset by this, but like, you know, the
and
average,
I'm sure lots of you are as well.
The average chud, you know what I mean? We're talking about the guy who just doesn't think, and it's sort of like, well, if you didn't want people to make porn of you, then you shouldn't have become a famous streamer. You know, those sorts of guys who do exist, by the way. Until someone starts making like porn of, like, you know, AI porn of like the big male streamers, and then all of a sudden it's going to be they're going to be like, well, that's outrageous.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
I'm sure such and such wouldn't want to be seen, you know,